Together we can show the world what we can do. You are next to me and I'm next to you. Pushing on through until the battle's won. No one's gonna give nothing to us. Into each other we put our trust. Standing united after the fight is done.
Yo, what's going on, guys? It's me, the Ninja Reviewer here. Welcome to another exciting review of the 7 Deadly Sins Season 2 Episode 9 review. This episode, now I do apologize if this review was like kind of late. I just wanted to have like a little bit of a chill back weekend because since there was no Super or One Piece episode, I'm like, you know what, I could just, even save it for like there and just like chill out for like a little bit while longer. Cause it's like, and then I got some other videos around the side too that I'm gonna upload. So, but in the meantime, though, here's the review, at least finally, the 7 Deadly Sins. And I gotta say, when it comes to this episode, it really did actually hit me like with a lot of because I felt so bad for Meliodas. Like, jeez, this is one harsh ass trial because Meliodas has to pretty much get used to the fact that Liz is pretty much gone from his life, and he has to be like, you know what? I've already suffered through this pain. I already lived through this pain enough times already. I think I should already, pretty much get the gist of it or get used to it. And then, they had this whole trial where, at first everything was pretty much all, hunky-dory, like, pretty much all normal. Where pretty much it's like, oh, maybe that whole thing with 7 Deadly Sins not 7 Deadly Sins. The 10 Commandments was just like an illusion. And maybe this is the ultimate reality. But what really is that apparently this is the reality he has to face, that Liz is gone. And it was actually kind of funny too, how like Meliodas is just basically still being Meliodas, how he's just like grabbing them titties and just basically like, yeah, like he's just grabbing the titties all the way. She's like, come on, no, not in public. And then that bird parrot thing, I swear to God, is definitely just Hawk, except if Hawk was a fucking parrot. And that's pretty much the comparison I got. It was like, if Hawk was just pretty much just like a freaking parrot, that's pretty much exactly what Hawk would be, whatever the hell that thing was called. I have no idea. But yeah, so that's pretty much what we got there when, it comes to that. Yeah, you could definitely tell there's some similarities. The difference is he doesn't talk too much. Only like certain servers like, what? This and this and that. So, yeah. So we got that, and then, with this whole trial thing in Meliodas, it's like, the real illusion is actually trying to suppress his anger, because back then when he lost his loved one, apparently his his actual dark energy, his dark demonic powers were basically being unleashed, and because of that, it caused massive destruction, which is why he got the name of the sin of wrath. Because I was like, yo, like this dude, like Meliodas, he ain't no joke. Like, holy shit, like he for everyone's wrath. Like, god damn, like yo, like that energy was like ridiculous though. Like the way he just lost control during that time, like we didn't really see that whole motion because we only saw that one scene where pretty much he's holding Liz or whatever, and he's pretty much all sad and deep in and shit like that. We didn't really see him actually do that shit. Oh, like yo, oh my god, yo, that's crazy. I'm like, so just basically him trying to surpass, in other words, it's for him to surpass that anger, meaning he has to subdue his feelings in order to actually control the inner anger that's in him if he ever lost like someone he deeply cared for or loved for. And you know what? Maybe it is a love thing between Meliodas and Elizabeth, because you never see Meliodas do that with any other girl. I mean, yeah, he kind of did it with that one girl, which I forget her name. Yeah, which I forget her name. With that one. And yeah, but I think that was just like a little greeting thing. I don't know. It was like it was kind of weird. I don't know, but yeah. I mean, I'm not particularly so sure on that one, to be honest with you. So yeah. Anyways, so when it comes to that part in particular, yeah. So that was a really harsh trial that we had to see though, that Meliodas had to go through though. Just basically try to sedate his emotions aside about the loved one that he actually lost. Then we also see the Bond stuff we're going to talk about last, but then we also got to talk about the homies that actually did make it through the trial. As you could see, my man Guild Thunder, man, my man Guilt Thunder, like, I was happy to see this dude in the hold on. We had Guillemore, Hauser, and of course Hendrickson. We had Hendrickson there, and then King is like, yo, like, what the hell is he doing? This dude actually, you know, try to kill us. So I don't know why you're actually having him try to go. But then Jenna, basically the one that's running outside, basically she explains that Hendrickson is pretty much just the way he is now. He's more contained and more controlled now compared to he was before. How he's, you know, he was the demon, but now he's able to actually control and whatnot. So yeah, so overall though, we actually get that explanation. But King's like, no, I would have battled this dude, but it's like, no dude, it's okay, like everything's fine. And then you see like all of them, like all like charcoal, like they're like fucking roasted, and Hawk is like, ooh, I smell like some like leftovers or whatever. Like I think it's like it's all like barbecue, like they're all cooked, but no, they're just like, I don't know what the hell happened to them. I don't know what kind of crazy trial they went to, but maybe in the next episode they'll explain it, because I saw that with King. Did King have his shirt off or something? Like, what the fuck? I don't know. It was weird. I know we're gonna have the whole Bond thing a little bit when it comes to him, like with his kid, like memories of him and whatnot. So I know there's that going on. I know it's gonna be in next week's episode. But anyways though, let's get to the Bond stuff. Speaking of which, finally we had Bond and Jericho getting some information on someone that can actually revive people back from the dead. So they're in this like bar, you know, hotel, well, they're kind of like in this bar, and pretty much is like, okay, we've been here for a while, we could just go, there's no kind of information. And he's like, all these people are like just creeping at us, like it's kind of weird. It's like, well, it's not really me, it's mainly you, you know, they like food, booze, and of course women. And then she's like, yo, what the hell? And she's like kind of a tough girl. She ain't your average girl either. So it's like, oh my god. So meanwhile, they had to go to like some kind of like hotel thing. And it was kind of funny too. I said like, oh, there's only one bedroom available. It goes like, try not to rock the bed. Then Bond's like, what the hell are you talking about? And Jericho's like, no, that's not what we're actually planning on doing. And then she's like, because she's more like a warrior, but then she kind of acts like a girl deep down, as you can tell. He's like, how come you're not sleeping on the bed? Whatever. It's like, you know, I like sleeping on the floor. And then Jericho's like, well, what if you catch a cold or a blanket? She goes, aw, so you really are more feminine female like. It's like, oh, shut the fuck up. So, yeah, I mean, you know, girls, even though it's not like a love thing, they can kind of see like, you know what, I kind of feel bad for this certain kinds of guys. It's like, you know, hey, you know, I'm considerate. You know, I'm female, you know, let me fucking be considerate and, you know, give you a blanket or something to keep you warm. It's like, you know, I don't really care. Like, I don't need any of that. So then they find out like someone's actually getting mugged down there, and apparently it's an actual, it's some kind of demon fox, I believe it is, or it's some kind of like fox. Yeah, it's some kind of fox or some kind of anthropomorphic fox thing that basically he thinks that someone like that can actually revive someone, but deep down, I think he actually knows some more information than we actually thought. So we have, yeah, he's some kind of beast man. So pretty much he thinks that basically he knows something about, you know, what's going down pretty much, but apparently, no, he doesn't really know, or he thinks that he's some kind of like, basically someone who actually knows someone who can get some leads to actually someone that he might know, basically to get him someone that knows how to revive people back from the dead. And pretty much, you know, Bond is talking about a similar situation where he was when he was a kid, that there was someone that actually had that same, pretty much that same motivation, and it was someone that he actually, the reason why Bond, I guess, pretty much, you know, became, well, basically, it's like, you know, basically how he became like who he really is and whatnot. His name is Zivago, I think his name is Zivago. So this is pretty much Zivago, who is pretty much someone who actually freed Bond for where he was in prison. So basically he went with this man. So it looks like we're going to learn basically more about that in the next episode. Overall, when it comes to this episode alone, I thought it was a pretty great episode. I actually really liked the, you know, the whole trial thing was like really hard on Meliodas, but you can tell that he has to do this. He has to regain his actual emotions aside to control himself and not going berserk. And then of course he's like, you know, he's saying like, yo, okay, look, fair enough, I've already pretty much, you know, went through your trial already, Zaneri. So Zaneri, look, just give him up my powers and then we're all cool. So overall, when it comes to this episode, I think I'm gonna give this episode like a 4.5 5 out of 5, or maybe just like, actually no, just a 4 out of 5. A 4 out of 5 is actually pretty good. It was a very good episode. The trial thing was actually a very harsh recommend, but I give it about a 4 out of 5. It's a very good episode, even though it is very, again, more like dialogue heavy than anything else, though. I will say, though, it was pretty good. I like the way the trial was in it. I like the whole Bond and Jericho moments right there. I know I shipped them, but I don't think that's ever going to happen. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section below of this week's episode of The 7 Deadly Sins, Season 2, Episode 9. I'll see you guys next week for Episode 10. Be sure to rate, comment, and subscribe. Click on that bell to join the squad. Follow my social media plugins and my gamer tags as well. Peace, soul. Soul. Oh, right here. Whatever. Soul, love, chicken grease, and the sky is the limit. Manga fans, keep supporting Richard Vito What You Watch. Yep, and that's it. See you guys next week. And all my anime reviews will be back because everything will be back coming up.